Hey YouTube, it's Recoil, and I'm doing a dual commentary today, and I got Valiance here.
What up?
That's Valiance.
Sometimes.
And we're gonna talk about dicing and the removal or attempt to remove dicing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who know I diced or have asked me how I got my money for prayer or whatever, and I tell them dice. I'm like, well, how's it feel to know your money making method's gone now? And I always have to tell them that wasn't my money making method. It's not like I was like dicing is where it's at, dicing is how I'm gonna make all my money because when I diced on this account it was literally because I diced all my money and if I lost it all, I was quitting. And if I didn't lose it all, I wasn't. And obviously I didn't lose it all because I'm still playing.
It's
And
a pretty good philosophy though.
yeah,
Let's see. If I make a bunch of money, keep playing the game. If I lose it all, I'll quit and come back in a month.
pretty much because that's what I always end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
But so it was never like dice, keep dicing, and keep dicing. Because once I got the money for prayer, I stopped dicing and was never gonna dice again unless it was like a stupid amount just for the shits of it, like a random 100K or whatever.
That's what I used to do randomly. You see those dumbasses in this, well, used to see all the people in the southwest corner of the G, I think it is.
Hmm.
Whatever corner people dice at on like every single world. I used to just grab a mill and go bet it, and if I won, I was like, cool, I just made a mill. But
Yeah, and that's what I had planned on doing because I mean I never really like having no dicing. What they're attempting to do only makes the game harder because it makes the game harder to make money, and you don't see random people running around with party hats who are like level twos and have no skill levels at
hmm
all because they literally made like 100K bet it until they got a party hat because they're lucky and don't do anything but stand there and pretend like they're good. And
that was a big problem with dicing. It just unbalanced, the wealth of players, really.
yeah,
That and staking, but I mean,
staking's at least you have to
you have
get
to earn it.
or or have a job in real life and buy the account. But
Or, that's true. Or, I forget where I was going to go with that. Fuck.
or we'll just
Oh,
leave.
or have a good internet connection. So that way there's no, like, start lag.
Yeah. So like
That's what I was going to say.
staking's much more like equally. I don't even know where I was going with that.
It's more
Staking's
of a
better.
50-50
Yeah.
chance, whereas dicing anyone can do.
Yeah.
Staking's more or less for max or pure.
Yeah. So and now that they're removing dicing or attempting to because like it's always cool. I'm subscribed to a DDS and you come on and you see a video and the first one was using the horses and whatever they do. Matt can explain that because I don't know what they actually do.
Oh, what happens? There are three chat options that a horse can have. It's random. There's no sequence to it. So one of them starts with a C, one of them starts with an H, and one starts with an N, I think. And what a lot of clans were doing was basically just saying, if your horse starts out with a C, it wins, and it's over an H, which is over an N. And it was really retarded, in all honesty. I mean, it was kind of funny to see a bunch of people playing with toy horses, but that's about it. You just see people and they're like shaking a toy horse, going, "Come on, Dobbin, we can win the race." I'm just like, "All right, have fun."
Yeah. So that was a funny one to see because I mean it was stupid, and I think that Jagex had said, or people are saying that they're gonna just make it so it's like a sequence or whatever.
Hmm.
And like,
That's what they're moving towards with a lot of things that people are using. They're making it so it's not random.
yeah. So I mean, if you dice at that point, then you're just stupid because I mean,
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
but
This is a sequence. I'm gonna go dice, yes, or I'm gonna go horse.
or I don't even know. They're going. Hopefully, they keep it just calling it dicing because
I know. A little tangent here. I know I was in Win All Day's chat. I think it was or Dragon Dice or one of the big ones. And um, like when people get pissed off when the dice host like rolls low or something, they'd be like, "Fuck your dice." But when people were using horses, people were saying "fuck your horse," and it was. I mean, that was interesting to see people say, I'm just like, "Fuck your horse," what?
but
But it was pretty funny.
but and now using SwiftKit, which is awesome and everyone should have, but nonetheless, now I know DDS's chat is using a chat room thing that SwiftKit
They're
has.
they're using the IRC channel.
Yes, and there's dice in there already.
It's like a bot type thing, and like you can program it so it rolls a random number between 1 to 100. I don't know if it's technically dice, but
It does what
it it,
dice
it
do.
does the same thing that a dice bag does.
Yeah. So now they're doing that, and you just join that if you have SwiftKit or you get SwiftKit, and they're doing that to dice with. And I mean, technically, they don't even need RuneScape minus like the money. So
Hmm.
like, technically, Jagex can't actually do anything, but SwiftKit um generally does what Jagex says.
They reformatted a lot of their stuff. Wow, back in '06, maybe '07, they reformatted just so that way it would comply with what Jagex wanted. So I mean, I don't see this being a big deal. I mean, it probably will be for a while because, people are going to gamble. And I mean, it's sad, but, everyone on RuneScape, or like most of people on RuneScape, have just become gamblers. So they're going to find something to do. But I hope that SwiftKit does, like, or I hope Jagex reaches out to SwiftKit about, like, the IRC chat and says, you've got to remove this so we can remove something from our game.
Yeah, because like I mean, the last thing I want to see if SwiftKit like being not used or whatever, like they make it so SwiftKit and can't do it or whatever. I don't know if they can do that, but I mean, it's actually kind of amusing to see the lengths that people are going through to make new dicing methods,
Oh, definitely.
and it's like there's so many other ways to make money that
Hmm.
don't require you getting like having the risk of getting scammed. You don't have to record everything you do just in case you get scammed, and then you have to hope that the clan leader or whatever is actually going to repay you if it's a host.
Hmm.
And I know there was a lot of controversy on whether the hosts were actually paying back
Oh, yeah.
or the
Um,
yeah.
I don't know. I've just heard from a few friends that, you know, I mean, I'm probably going to get flamed or something for saying this, but I've heard that Win All Day rarely paid people back, and that the people he paid back allegedly were just friends, and it just made him look good. I mean, the guy has enough money to pay people back, but that doesn't mean he's going to, which is the way I see it. I don't know, just a lot of the dicing things seemed kind of fishy, like from what people are telling me at least.
Yeah, and like I mean, I recorded everything I was doing when I was dicing, just because if I did get scammed, it was by a host. I just hoped that I would actually get paid back. But I mean, like I said, it was still more or less just once I was either had a bunch of money or no money, like determined what I was doing with the game.
Hmm.
And like, I'm not gonna go play with a toy horse to attempt to make money. or
Not gonna go fuck someone's horse.
no. And I'm not gonna go into SwiftKit and do all that because it's. I mean, I'd rather just. I'd rather just slay now that I do combat because like Slayer's my answer to everything pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't see you lasting as a skiller long, considering how much you love Slayer.
and
But that's off topic.
you can blame Matt for that because he was the one who made me slay in the first place. But
Oops.
like Slayer, fishing, like almost any skill, there's a money making way, whether it's fast XP or not. But like, if you
Except
care,
construction.
well, yeah, like if you care that much about money, then you're obviously not going to do the fast XP way because you want the
Hmm.
money. But at the same time, like a lot of people are like, oh, but then you can't make money because you want to get the skill faster. And it's like, yeah, but having that 99 isn't going to like getting that 99 any faster isn't going to make you like Jesus or something. You can do a slower method and make more money. And like if you care that much about money, then you have to make a decision on whether or not to get the skill faster or to make the money faster.
Yeah,
But
definitely. And like money isn't even combat dependent. Like that's what a lot of people were complaining about. They're like, I'm a skiller, I can't make money without dicing. And it's like, no, there's definitely a lot of ways you can make money without dicing.
yeah,
I mean, I know making like, just a random example, me and Dan made skillers. I mean, his skiller wound up being his current main, but um I didn't transfer anything from my main, and in a night, I'm pretty sure we each had roughly 150K.
yeah.
Now, that's not much, but it was also free to play, and we were literally just fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, there are so many ways to make money, and I think this is a really good move by Jagex for removing dice bags.
I agree. I just like. I like anything they do to make the game harder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm not
that just
saying.
happened.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I don't want to see like I wouldn't want to see staking taken away just because even though I've never staked before, it looks like fun and like staking should somewhere evenly 50-50 and all. Like it's not as much of a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, I just coming into RuneScape like as a new person and then seeing these a huge crowd of people like dicing and seeing all the things that are happening, you're like, oh, what's this? And then they like that's what you saw. Like you went to Edgeville or the southwest corner of NEGE, and that's what they were doing. So like that's what the new players were learning, and that's what the new people were saying. Like that's what they learned as the money making method. They knew that if they made some money, that they could go bet it and double it possibly.
Right, and that's one reason that they had the whole. I mean, this is. I guess it's kind of the same thing as what you're saying. Um, they had to remove, obviously bots. They had to remove them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and basically what happened was with like auto typers and stuff. Um, they had to remove like the auto typers because a lot of them were sitting at the beginning of where you would start, and they would just spam, go here to buy gold. So like as soon as new players were starting the game, all they're seeing is, oh, I could go here and just buy money for this game. Cool. And then, I mean, honestly, that kind of goes hand in hand with dicing, and then they have the money and then they're like, oh, I can double my money. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made the game much too easy.
Yeah, and like I mean, as Valiance was telling me before we started this, the people on the forums and all were saying that a lot of the gold farmers are actually using dicing to make money to sell, and that's another reason why Jagex is getting rid of it. And like, if that's true, like that just makes it even worse because it's like, no matter how much you enjoy dicing or how much dicing it is, like you have to be willing to give it up to get rid of gold farming because like it just gold farming is one of the things that can easily ruin the game, and you get the people who do buy the money to buy a skill or buy an account or whatever, and then they walk around and they're always the people that don't care about anyone else and that just sit there and try to show off the whole time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like gold farming, botting, like all that stuff doesn't help the community. And I mean, I when I used to play RuneScape a long time ago, like I remember walking around and like everyone talked to everyone, everyone helped everyone, and like it's just like the community's already not as good as it used to be, and gold farming and people who don't play the game becoming better than people who play the game isn't helping because they're just running around thinking they're the best, even though that they bought their money or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The community has changed a lot because of botting and all.
Mm-hmm.
It's you know, a lot of people keep to themselves rather than like you said, like I mean I've been playing RuneScape a while myself. I mean the account I'm using now, you know, had a little over 5 years. And I remember back in 2006, 2007, you could just like, um, you know, walk around RuneScape and find anyone to talk to. And, you know, they would instantly just say hi, or like if you went to a Slayer task or something. Like I know back then it would just be like, oh, what's your Slayer level? You tell them. It could be like 4, and they'd be like, oh, awesome. Now I go to a Slayer task and they're like Slayer level. I'm like 99. They're like, wow, you're fucking bad. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know. It's just like it's changed so much that it just sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then with dicing making the game easier. I mean, I got to tie it in now, or else I'm going off on a tangent. People make a bunch of money off dicing. You know, those 4% of people who wind up making bank. You know, you being in that 4%, me being in the other 96. Yeah, because I can't say I never tried dicing,
Yeah.
um, but like you know, you got those people who turn like 10 mil into like a party hat, and it's like they're like, yeah, I'm richer than you. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? And it's like, yeah, but you didn't earn it at all. You sat there and traded a guy money and watched a bunch of numbers.
But so I mean, I don't know of anything else going on with Dice, and the last thing that I had saw was the that DDS using SwiftKits thing. So I
Hmm.
mean, I always go on my YouTube channel and check to see what he's doing now, just because I mean, I know he makes a bunch of money off of that. It's always good to make a bunch of money, but it's like he seems so desperate to have that, and like I don't know. I just think, especially with that, with like people who watch YouTube videos for RuneScape, seeing that someone like as famous as DDS, because like he was famous before dicing, because I mean he's a good PKer and all, and they're going and watching him, and like everything's about dicing now. Like he posts like a PK video and then like 12 dicing videos, and then you may get another PK video. And like having all that happening, and then like now the dicing's removed, and then all he's doing is keep finding new ways to do it, isn't helping either. And that's just my view on things.
Yeah, it does make him look really, really desperate for cash.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess you can look at it another way, saying that he's got to make sure that his hosts don't get mad at him. You know, because dicing's gone, he just drops the chat, and I'm sure they've paid money for their rank. I'm not sure how much he charges. I know you've got chats like Win All Day that charge fucking 10 bill for a rank.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just because dicing's gone, you know, he can't exactly drop the chat. Now, you know, I'm not defending that at all because, you know, I think with dice bags being removed, which I think they're removed next game update, which should be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like he can't just stop his chat because you know he's got a lot of people who paid him, and you know if he just says, "All right, chat's dead," I don't even want to count how many people would be like, "Well, where's my money?"
Yeah.
But I mean, I mean, I like that Jagex is making the push to make sure that dicing does stop soon, and I mean, it might take a while, especially with the whole SwiftKit thing and I'm pretty sure I've seen in chats people like saying the first one to type in dragon wins. And it's like, are you serious?
Hmm.
I think I saw that in Dragon Dice.
It's getting unbelievable at this point.
Hmm. Like dicing didn't really affect me much. Like I didn't I mean I cared that, someone could turn their bank into billions, but it was like whatever. Like I'm not gonna do it and at least not do it for serious cash.
Yeah.
Um but and I would just watch people do this and like I was like, it's whatever to me. But now that they are trying to like remove everything that can be associated with gambling, it's nice to see. I just really hope it works out, you know, fast.
Yeah. And I mean, my I guess my main thing on dicing is literally just I want the game to be as hard as possible. Cause like,
At least money making wise.
yeah, cause like I mean, it would suck if they kept making skills harder, but at the same time, it would be cool. But and, like, cause I'm always all for the next hard boss. Like, make it so that it takes a while for people to understand how to beat the boss, and it takes a while for people to be able to solo it or even
Hmm.
duo it. Like, that's I'm always all for that.
Right.
So like, and now like with money making being that easy, and now that they're taking away like the easy way to do it, like that only makes it harder, and that only makes at least me happy because then like when I go and slay and make my money, and like I don't have as much of the chances running into someone who's like you know full tour of a party hat or whatever, and he just diced his money, and I'm sitting there and like, well, not anymore, but like say Bandos, and it's like I just look like I'm the poorest kid ever.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Like I was sitting there and like I've got my bandos, I've got my claws and all, and I mean I've got decent gear for stuff, but you've got those people you see Torva, Ellie, Blue Party Hat, and it's like, oh, how'd you make your money? It's like, oh, I diced for like 10 minutes. It's like, great. Meanwhile, I sit here and grind Slayer and skills and bosses and make maybe 10 mil in a day, maybe 15 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen, I mean, I watched Matt slay, and when he says grind, he literally grinded.
Yeah,
He
I,
got
I
on
go.
and he slayed, and then he didn't stop slaying until he got off.
Mm-hmm. It got to a point, I'm pretty sure when I was working on 99 Slayer, like what, 2 years ago, people would ask me, how are you? What are you up to? And every day it was like, I'm good, slaying. And I'm pretty sure after a few weeks, all of my friends, instead of asking, what I was up to, they would say, what's your task? Because they knew I'd be slaying.
Yep.
And I mean, like, I don't think, Slayer is going to be as profitable as it used to be, but, with dicing going away, it might actually lower, like, I don't know, the amount of people buying stuff and, like, PKing even. Like, a lot of people dice to make money to PK with.
Hmm.
So, like, I mean, whips, I'm not sure if they're going up. I mean, I think they were for a little bit, but, like, I don't know, Slayer's becoming more profitable. I mean, once we remove the gold farmers and everything from the game, which, is something that dicing was still keeping around, apparently. I don't know how truthful it is, but um, I don't know. It's just something that eventually I'm hoping dies down, and maybe RuneScape can go back to what it was a few years ago.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I don't think I have anything else to say about anything. I mean, pretty sure I explained everything I thought about dicing. Pretty sure everything I thought about dicing somehow ended up going back to Slayer.
Yeah, somehow.
But don't take that as saying that slaying's the only good skill. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure it's,
No, it really is. I mean,
pretty
every
sure,
other skill sucks.
pretty sure it's Matt's favorite skill. It's my favorite skill. But like, I know there's other good skills. There's other
I
fun
mean,
skills if you like it. But
yeah, I mean, if you're one who enjoys to fish, first of all, God bless you. But Second of all, good money there. I mean, all skills are becoming better money now with bots being gone. So, I mean, I think that's the other thing. And I know we just said we're done, but now I'm kind of not.
Yeah,
Um,
all good.
we got, bots are gone, but everyone was dicing while bots were around. I think this is where the big problem's coming from. Everyone remembers skills, from a couple months ago being not profitable at all, and they don't want to do them because, who wants to make 500 GP on a shark?
Yeah,
You know. But now with, bots being gone, prices really are up again. I remember, the 3.5 years it took me to get 99 fishing. When I first started Rocktail, I was selling them for about 14 to 1500 a piece. And when I got 99 a few weeks ago, it was after the bot nuke. I sold 6,000 Rocktail for, I believe it was 3,000 each. So I made 18 mil off of 16, or not 16, 6,000 Rocktail. Wow, 16 Rocktail, that would be fucking amazing.
yeah. And I mean, so that's probably, besides the point that making the game harder, it's probably the other thing. At least I'm trying to say is just go actually play the game. Skill or combat or I don't mean PK, kill monsters, catch fish, chop trees, like
Do whatever you'd like to do as long as it's not gambling.
do whatever. I mean, I know there's the people that literally enjoy dicing, and I mean, if that's so, I'm sorry if I offended you or whatever, but like, if you do the skill you want, unless it's like construction. I mean, construction you can go host your house for altars and maybe get donations, and maybe you can make some money. But like, you do like any skill that you enjoy, and the money will usually follow.
Yeah,
It
I
may
mean,
not be fast or it may take a little, but it's always going to follow.
you might have to invest some time for it. I mean, I even made money off of Herblore for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I got my herbs off of farming and Slayer and made potions and actually made a really good profit off Herblore. So I mean, every skill really is profitable as long as it's not construction.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know about summoning. Summoning's
Some
gray area.
summoning. If you got, I know summoning. I made some good money doing mythical minotaurs.
Mm-hmm.
There's always at least money making ways,
Mm-hmm.
which is always good. Because, like, I mean, agility, I don't know how you're making money there.
Actually, there is a way to make money during agility. It's just you won't get like any experience in agility, so I don't know if it's really worth it.
Well, there you go, there is way. But,
You do the Brimhaven course and get 800 tickets for a pirate hook.
yeah. And, I mean, if that's what you enjoy doing, then it's obviously going to work out in the end because you're going to get the money. So, yeah. The,
Avoid dicing because it doesn't exist.
yeah.
Don't gamble because I don't know, it's stupid.
In all honesty, I just feel like dicing being gone will only make the community better and the game better. So, and
I'll have to agree with you there.
I think that is all we have now. I think we're actually done.
Yeah.
I mean, we're about to hit the 30-minute mark.
Wow.
About the
It
longest.
didn't even feel like that.
Yeah. How strongly we feel about this. But
Yeah.
don't take any offense if you enjoy dicing. Just our views. Just wanted to. I mean, I wanted to put this out here because, I mean, I was just. I've had a couple people that see my video or subscribed or whatever who have messaged me, but like I don't even know if like they're just mad because I know some people are mad that like I made the money from it and they didn't. Like I just wanted to put it out there that it's not the way I support getting money. Like, that was the main reason for this video. And then we decided to obviously expand our ideas, and I think we got that pretty good across.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely gave a few different viewpoints, which is good. I mean, obviously dicing is not the greatest way to make money, legitly, and that's why I mean that's one reason they took it out, and just and I know you really needed to talk about it because I'm sure people have been trolling you with it
Hmm.
because you made what 130 mil off dicing
Yeah, something like
or like
that.
yeah, and like so like everyone just assumes that you made all your money off of dicing because that's I mean, well, technically you did, but
But like,
it's not your money
yeah.
making method. It's just what you did because you were between two choices. So I mean,
Hmm.
hopefully people understand that and they don't realize that, they don't think that dicing is the way to go
Yeah.
or gambling with horses.
I mean, at least don't gamble with horses.
Yeah.
It's kind of a low point if you're gambling the horse in a game. But all right, so we just passed the 30-minute mark. Good time to stop the video.
I would agree.
So, um, you know, like, comment, definitely comment. Let me know
Yeah,
what you guys think and all.
I would love to see other people's views on it since, I mean, this went on forever.
Yeah,
And one thing before we end it, I really hope no one sat here and watched the whole video because I'm sure it's just Dan doing something retarded.
yeah. Don't
I,
actually
I,
watch the video.
well, it's pointless to say that now.
Well, go back in time. Don't watch me fish forever. Don't watch me fail and forget to activate my aura until like 5 minutes ago. And
Would have been funny if you were just dancing the entire time.
but wasn't meant to be an amusing thing that way. It was just more of a
Just kind of listen to it while you're playing RuneScape or browsing the web.
yeah. I'll make an annotation in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. That
Don't
would be
actually
yeah.
watch this. Just listen. I'm sure our voices are nice to hear. At least Matt's. I don't think mine's nice to hear. But all right. So like, comment for sure. Definitely comment. Sub. Do whatever you want, but definitely comment. It's the only thing I'm forcing
You
you
were
to
being forced to comment.
do. But all right. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Peace, guys.